So we're just leaving Traveler's Rest and heading back to our gap trail, and then begin the real adventure. We've had quite an adventure just getting here on the train, but now the planned adventure is about to begin.
Here we are going back across the Smithfield Street Bridge. One of the things that interests us when we go to a new area is learning about that area's history. Steel is what defines the history of Pittsburgh, and we were looking forward to learning more about it. For a time in the 19th and early 20th centuries, Pittsburgh was known as the Steel City. The bridge that we're crossing now, called the Hot Metal Bridge, was built as part of the steel industry in Pittsburgh. The Hot Metal Bridge crosses the Monongahela River. It was built to connect parts of the J&L steel mill. It carried crucibles of molten iron from the blast furnaces in ladle transfer cars to the open hearth furnaces on the opposite bank to be converted to steel. During World War II, 15% of America's steel-making capacity crossed over the Hot Metal Bridge, up to 180 tons per hour. It was actually built as two parallel spans, one that carried conventional railroad traffic and the other that carried the hot metal. The hot metal portion was built in 1900. Our route today takes us from Pittsburgh south on the trail through several historic and picturesque towns such as Homestead, McKeesport, the Dravo Cemetery campground, and ends us at the Cedar Creek Park campground. This gantry was part of the steel production. It was used in treating the water that came out of rolling the steel. Before they put this up, it said that they used to dump the scale, which is a hot, oily byproduct, directly into the river. That would sometimes raise the temperature of the river by 40 degrees, not 240, but by 40 degrees. I'm sure that did a number on all of the fish and everything else in the river. So there's no steel mill here anymore, so the gantry is no longer in use. But this was put up in 1979. Riding along the trail, we come to this herd of goats. I think they're probably up here to control the weeds. Don't touch the fence. Yeah. Yep. I gotta say, they have the trail pretty well signed.
We just left the pavement. We are now on dirt, but it's pretty smooth on the gap. People have said that the gap is very nice, and it is. It's quite smooth. There's the old train track over there, the river over there.
This water tower and pump house were used in the steel production process. Those are some steel mills across the river there. This was also the site in 1892 of a one-day-long labor battle, which ended up, I guess, getting rid of the steel workers union for 30 or 40 years before they managed to reunionize the workforce here. We're trying not to just blast through on this ride, but rather stop and appreciate the things that we go by. This is a pump house. We're no longer alongside the Monongahela. We've come far enough that now we've got the Youghiogheny, I think is how you pronounce that river. Youghiogheny River, which feeds into the Monongahela just down here. So we have just passed the confluence. But this is Boston, and they've got this visitor center here, treats for sale. You can even go and watch a softball game if you want. And for added excitement, we had the police taking a homeless person into custody here as we rode up. So all sorts of things going on in this area. We're at this old Dravo Methodist Church Cemetery. But I wanted to stop and look at some of the tombstones. I think there's some old 18th century even tombstones here. In case it's hard to read this in the picture, this says, site of the Dravo Methodist Church, erected 1824, destroyed by fire 1920. Soldiers interred in Dravo Cemetery, War of 1812. Stephen Speakman, 1861, Civil War 1865. Daniel Hobaugh, Thomas Priol, William Bankard. Hard to read the rest of them. Here's William Abraham B. Penman, Private Company E, 12th Pennsylvania Infantry. Died August 20th, 1862. Civil War casualty. They talk about a couple of waterfalls on the trail that are colored. This is the White Waterfall, Painter Mine White Waterfall. And the color comes from chemicals from the mines that the water is flowing through and then out. So the color may be pretty, but the reason it's there may not be such a great reason. Contaminated water, basically.
So this is the Red Falls we were told about. And I wish we had smell vision on the video because it smells like we're in Yellowstone. It has that sulfur or iron smell. That's the second big skeleton I've seen in this little neighborhood we're passing. The other one was even bigger. So there must be something going on here.
We're coming into West Newton, which is where we're thinking we're going to stop and get pizza or something for dinner. I wish I could put smells into this video because it just smells so good. It smells so spring-like and sweet aromas that you don't get later on in the summer. You know, it's springtime flowers. It just smells so good.
It smells sweet.
Oh yeah, it's so nice. We're having dinner at the Outpost, which is this food truck, and it benefits a local church youth group, so we prefer to support them. We're not sure what's going on. The sirens started blowing across the river. Everybody over here is acting like it's normal, so I don't know if this always happens at this hour of the day or just what's going on. So the sirens are over. Oh, and then here comes a train. So there's all sorts of sensory input in this town. And I guess it's not a church youth group. It's a kind of a community youth organization. They're still probably doing good work for the kids, but I thought it was a church group.
Brian, right here. So we are sitting by the Yakagani River, and we're about to eat these smash burgers. Actually, I took one bite already and it was really good. And we got a strawberry lemonade to split, and it's here along the river supporting a community center, a youth community center. Beautiful spot. We're only 4 miles from our campsite.
The young lady told us that the fire horn didn't commemorate anything in particular, except just that the fire trucks are going out. So she figured they were going out on a call. And now we're hearing other emergency services sirens as well. So there must be something going on that they're responding to. Just hope people are staying safe and there's no injuries. Or
That was quite the alarm going off, though.
Yeah. Pennsylvania. Eating a smash burger. We're at Cedar Creek Park, which is where we're planning on camping tonight, at the Cedar Creek hiker-biker campground.
And they have these little shelters, but that lots of pads that you can put your tent on. And there's the Yakagani River. So a nice spot for the night. It was a beautiful day, a really wonderful ride, very enjoyable. We rode through so many quaint little villages, little towns, little neighborhoods right along the Yakagani River, and it was very picturesque and really nice.